Alright everybody, what is up? It is Ryan here. I know I'm alone for this video. We are about to start our normal recording hours for the night, and I just wanted to jump on real quick and just talk to you guys about why I started this podcast, why I started Down the Middle. Now, Down the Middle is a type of political movement, you can call it. It's not like an organization. It's not just a podcast. Right now it is. And it's just basically the premise of it is we see that the radicalness in our country has just taken over. We have a lot of people who are far left, a lot of people who are far right, when this is a country that was built on democratic values. We like that moderation. We like to be in the middle, be able to come together. In the end of the vice president debate, this most former Vice President Pence said it the best. He said that the whole kind of point of this American system is that we can debate like crazy to try to compromise, and at the end of the day, we can become friends. We can still be friends at the end of that, and that's kind of gone away. And I know that a lot of you have felt that that's gone away as you see your friends from the other side of the political spectrum kind of disappear. And now I got into politics August last year, 2020. So it hasn't been long at all, and I fully immersed myself in it because I thought to myself, you know, this is the stuff that really matters. This is the stuff that is deciding our day-to-day. This is the stuff that we need to know about. And I kind of felt like bad for myself that I was so ill and misinformed going into that point. Like, I had never been so concerned with it, and I knew my basic values, but I was just so misinformed. And I thought it was a kind of pathetic position to be in, to see all this stuff that really, really matters. And I asked myself the question, was it because of age? Do we naturally get into this stuff as we go older? You know how when you were a kid, there were all those jokes your parents would say that you just didn't understand because you were young? Is politics one of those things you just get into? Or was it because of Donald Trump, who had the amazing effect of just getting everybody into politics? And, you know, the answer to that question, the jury's still out. But basically, I saw myself developing more of my values and developing more of what I believed in and what I wanted to advocate for. And I said that later down the line, I would make that change, and I would push for these things, and I would try to do it through my professional career. And I would just like post on Instagram and I would do the same amount of research as hours every day, just looking at all these different databases, looking at all these different news stories, just seeing what's going on. Because just like I said, this is the stuff that matters. These are our current events, our socioeconomic systems, our politics. This really matters. And it just got to the point where I just said to myself, because I am a conservative, but I'm a conservative who values democracy, and I'm a conservative who wants that conversation. I'm a conservative who wants us to come together once again. I think that this is the greatest country in the world. Right now it is. It has been before. I think that if we come together, it always will be. And I want to fight for that. I physically want to fight for that. A U.S. Army. But I also want to fight for it in this realm that matters too, with conversation and democracy. So now I thought to myself that as a conservative, we called ourselves the silent majority in this past election, and we lost. And now you see what's happened because the left is louder, and the left is just like, they're just more vocal and they're more together. One thing that you can never say about the left is that as many different factions of them that there are, they come together and they push one narrative and they push it hard. And the conservatives, the issue is that we just don't have that unity. We are all over the place. And the idea is that I want to make that difference now. I'm a young person in America. Most of my peers who are into politics are young people in America. And I think that we can all understand and we can all agree with that Donald Trump, 78 years old, or he's 74, Biden, 78. You see all these people who are running our government, who have been in government for 40 years and 20 years and stuff. We need to take over. The nation is ours. Everything that's happening now affects us a lot more than it affects them. And the time for change, you know, I am a conservative. I support natural liberalism. I support the idea that change is positive and that it's necessary, and that change needs to come about from us. So I started this podcast because I just want us young people to come together, and obviously our elders and the people who have actually lived through these things that we're talking about can advise us like nobody else can. But I started this up because I was just tired of just being a social vegetable, you know, only coming out on November 3rd and only coming out when on Instagram posts and stuff. And it's just time to step into this arena, this political arena that's ours for the taking, and just figure this thing out. Because whether you're on the left, the right, in the middle, I think we can all agree that America is in trouble right now. And that every time that a democratic system is in trouble, the answer is conversation, the answer is rationality, and the answer is just a sharing of ideas and just a coming together. I will never stop believing that that is the future of our country, is that we can come together and we can figure this thing out. So that's what down the middle is. I want to make a difference. It's what I want to do with my life, is just make a positive change in people's lives. And that doesn't mean that starting a podcast out of my garage is the best way to do that. Doesn't mean it's the best way for you to do that. Doesn't mean it's the answer. But for me, it was a start. So this is just something that I want to do, and I know I have a lot of people support. Nomal is amazing. Phil behind the camera, and all these people, my girlfriend Justina, my friend Kent, and all these people who I knew would support me, and all the people from the left too, who I know will also give me that feedback and help push me towards that rational and that moderate idea. All these people who I know I have support of, and then everyone watching too. I felt like it was the time to do it, and I think that the message of this video is that you gotta step up and just have to do it. If you feel like it's something that has to be done, lollygagging is never right, and it's never the perfect time to do a difficult thing. And right now, with the way that things are bad and they're going worse, if you have the opportunity, the ability to step up and try to make a difference, a positive difference, then you got to do it. But hey, I know this is 5 or 6 videos in, and I'm saying welcome to Down the Middle, and this is my explanation on why I started this in the first place. But welcome to Down the Middle, and thank you guys for tuning in, and let's keep this thing going, all right? Thank you very much.